Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at and I'll show you how to install this Yakima Roof Rack on this 2021 Nissan Rogue Sport. If you want to carry around fun accessories like kayaks or a roof box, a roof basket, or even a roof mounted bike rack, you first need a roof rack. So this is going to be a custom fit roof rack for your Nissan Rogue Sport. Compared to the other brands, this is more custom fit because there's a lot of tilting involved. So you have a level surface that's further apart, good for those longer items like kayaks and roof boxes. Some important numbers for you to know is that this has a really long crossbar spread. So from one crossbar to another, that's going to be 32 inches apart. Also, we have the 50-inch long Jetstream bars, which means that you have a little bit of overhang, which is actually really good for the Rogue Sport. So there's about 2.5 inches from your tower to right before your end cap, giving you some space to put other items here without being too long where you're hitting your head against the bar when you're getting into your vehicle. The clearance for your roof rack, there's two measurements there. One is going to be the distance from the top of your roof to the bottom of the bars. So here in our rear bar, we have it at about 3.5 inches. And that's going to be space for things that have clamps that grow around. You have plenty of clearance there for most of your accessories. Just be careful of the ones with the U-bolts and the wing nuts so they don't scratch up your roof. The height this adds to the top of your roof though, that's another measurement. So roof to top of crossbar is almost 4.5 inches. And that's gonna be where your cargo sits. So let's say you're carrying around skis with extra tall bindings. You wanna make sure that there's enough clearance before it hits your roof. And if there's not enough clearance, that's when you can take a look at accessories that give you more height. Also, where you put them on the roof will change a little bit because your front crossbar looks like it's shorter than the rear crossbar, and that's just the shape of your car. These are Jetstream crossbars with 165 pounds of weight capacity. And they're Jetstreams because they're Aero Bars, so they have that aerodynamic shape to have less wind drag and wind noise when you're on the road. So compared to your round and square crossbars that make a lot of noise on the highways, these are a lot more quiet. These are the baseline towers, and you might get a matte version of this cover or a shiny version. They all work the same. The downside to this crossbar is that you do not get locks. So no locks on the crossbars, no locks on the towers. You can switch these out with the same key system lock cores, but those are sold separately, and I recommend getting a whole pack to match your other accessories. But this plastic lock core is perfectly fine for holding the door in place. With that door out, you can then access your fit kit. The fit kit are these pads and these hooks. So these are designed to work around the contours of your vehicle. So you will have a little bit inside your door, but there's plenty of clearance there. You can even be confident with slamming your door on it, no problem. Now with that in mind, that's why it's very important to use our fit guide here at etrailer. That way you can get the crossbars, the towers, and the fit kit that matches your vehicle. So put in your year, make, model at etrailer.com. You do not need to bring any tools to the table, but you do need to bring a lot of patience. It's a little bit of a tedious process, especially the first time. So I'll show you how that goes. So this is everything you're gonna need to install your roof rack. And it might look a little confusing at first because why are there different size hooks? Why are there different pad numbers? You get an instructions sheet with a bunch of numbers. What do those numbers mean? Well, I'm gonna guide you through that process. We're gonna install the front crossbar together so that you can install the rear crossbar on your own. So we are using Jetstream crossbars, so we need to have this plate installed first. Now you can use that by making sure that the door is open in the back and making sure that while it's threaded on there, it's very loosely threaded. With the tower set up, you can then take the end cap off of your crossbar, which leaves you room to slide that tower through. Do this on both sides. There's numbers printed on the bar, so follow your M1 measurement so you know where to stop the tower on those numbers. In our case for the front crossbar, it's going to be 40.25. We're going to adjust the pitch, so make sure the arrow is facing away from you on the crossbar. And select the pitch by moving the tower around. So we're going to set it to A, which is the notch furthest away from us. Tighten that down at the correct pitch and distance. With the arrows facing out, you're going to get the pad, and this clips onto your tower. So push down until you hear those 2 clicks. Pushing on those pads, you can then adjust the toe of your tower. So we're going to push this over to 1, which is the same notch side as A. Once your toe and your pitch bolts are tightened down on both sides, you're then ready to put this on your roof. So you're going to follow the M2 measurement, which is from your windshield to a spot on your roof. We're going to go for 6 inches. And then if you want, you can use this sticker included with your kit to mark your spot. With that marked out, you can then gently place your towers right where those marks are. To secure the towers in their spots, you're going to get your hooks. So we have B84 for a front crossbar. This just fits into the tower like that, and now it's secure. So you're going to do that on the other side as well before you tighten it down. So tighten it down evenly on both sides. Like I do 75% on one side, go ahead on the other, go back and forth. That way you're not pulling the whole roof rack one way to the other. Your tool actually has a torque setting, so you can use this with the towers. I find it most helpful here with tightening down the hooks. So you're going to keep going until you hear it click, like that. And if you did that all correctly, you'll be able to slam the door on that hook, pop the door back on the tower. This fits from the bottom. It has a little hinge that goes right up and clicks into the tower. And finally, don't forget the end caps for your crossbars. It's going to be a similar process for your rear crossbar. Once that is installed, just double check everything, make sure it's sturdy. This is super sturdy. Our tower covers are great as they are, but if you want to use your Yakima same key system lock cores, this is a time to switch it out so that your accessories match. Then they can use the same key. Other than that, you're done with the install. You're ready to load this up and hit the road. So if you have a Nissan Rogue Sport without rails, so a naked roof like this, your options for roof rack are limited, but still really good. So the Yakima Roof Rack is the best if you need to carry around longer things like kayaks or roof boxes, or you want a longer crossbar spread, but still a really good surface. Because your Nissan Rogue Sport's roof is really aggressively shaped, you are limited with those options. Now another option for you would be an Inno roof rack. I personally think that one is more stylish. The downside to the Inno is that it's closer together, but the upside to the Inno is it also has locks included. So it does depend on what type of accessories are you going to be carrying, what type of cargo do you want on your vehicle, and how do you want it to look on your car. So hopefully this video helped you out with that so that you can get the best one for you.